As you guys have seen on this channel, I do like to travel, and if you're looking at the thumbnail, looking at the title, you've probably seen that I went ahead and went to a different state. And not only a state, but a state I've never been to. And not only a state I've never been to, but also with people that, well, I mean, I've interacted with, you know, 2 people pretty often, but people that I have just met. So it was not really outside of my comfort zone, but it was a very new experience. So today I wanted to really talk about my time in Minnesota. And the only thing that I could do to help spice, well, not really spice up the video, is kind of do a wardrobe change. So I'm gonna do that right now. All right, there we go, perfect. Yeah, and I know this shirt's on backwards. If you guys know this shirt somehow, some way, yes, it is on backwards. Don't bite my head off. I wanted to show this off because this pertains to where I was at. I visited Minnesota, and the reason why I visited Minnesota is because I had my good friend, the anime athlete, who invited me to her home and actually, you know, really got to enjoy the aspect of, you know, what it is to be Minnesotan. And yes, it's very weird as somebody from Arizona, where it's blazing freaking hot, to going to Minnesota where it is damp and hot. But I digress. I arrived on August 3rd, going over to Minnesota, and I was greeted by my friend Carly. And I was very, very excited for this, but at the same time, I did not get a wink of sleep. To put it in perspective, I did a couple things on the side that kept me awake a little bit longer than I originally intended to, and I just could not get a wink of sleep. Plus, the plane ride there really drove me absolutely bonkers. Wanted to listen to World War Z on my, you know, Audible, not sponsored, and I just could not get it. So, sad boy hours, but I did finally arrive and the hijinks ensued. Yes, we were able to have a lot of fun while I was there, and I got to play with the dogs a little bit. Here's a couple clips of me playing with Inari and Jack. So, there you go. Inari.
Follow my hand. There we go. Good
Not only that, but I was being absolutely cringeworthy and basically like just doing random stuff and trying to film. And I think it might have been a weird dynamic because of the fact that I wanted to film the trip and have a lot of fun. So I do apologize to my friends and new friends, Carly, Stacks, Anders, Croissant, you know, as you hear a lot of the stuff, RJ, of course. And yeah, if it's a little weird, I do apologize for that, but I really wanted to document it and show how much fun I was having. So yeah, there's that.
Oh no! The friendship bundle.
The sun went down, Carly. You're good.
Yeah. What should we name it though?
Paul.
No, Paul's my supervisor.
My
that doesn't pay me.
You know.
So we went ahead and also did a super secret project, and I didn't have a lot of footage because, you know, I wasn't gonna record it. It's secret for now, but I'll let you guys know as soon as it is released. But the funny story about that is during the secret project, while we were talking, Carly and her friend were talking a little bit, and I actually fell asleep for like half a second. I literally was just like, and they asked me, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, I haven't slept in 27 hours. My apologies. So yeah, I was dealing with a lot of sleep deprivation at that point. After doing the super secret project and of course not sleeping for 27 hours, we figured why not? Let's go ahead and do some more content at this point. So we went ahead and hopped onto Carly's stream, myself, Stacks, and of course the lovely Carly. And a lot of fun stuff happened there, as you could probably see from here.
Gonna take over.
It's ranch is like the U.S. military. It's over glorified.
Thank you.
It's disgusting.
You're slamming the Midwest right now. Oh, you scared to know?
The Cleveland torso.
What is the Cleveland torso murder? What the actual? Dude, that's a thing. How do you kill a torso?
This trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold?
Basically, that's how my day one ended. I really didn't do much after that. I actually passed out on the couch at one point, and I just got like 2 hours of sleep, and then finally went to bed, you know, sleeping, and I was very happy to actually get some rest. Day 2 was probably the most exciting of the trip and the one that I was looking forward to the most because we went to multiple places that I'd never been to. First things first, we got up and we went to Ellsworth. Why is Ellsworth important? It's because it is basically the capital of cheese curds. Yeah, cheese curds. And I love myself some cheese curds, but I never had true Midwestern cheese curds. I had Culver's, and sorry Culver's, you just can't do it. My bad, bro. It's what it is. But we went ahead and had some Ellsworth cheese curds, and I gotta tell you, it was some of the best cheese curds I've ever had. Probably the best cheese curds I've ever had. But not only did we get the fried cheese curds, but we went inside and taste tested a bunch of randomly like seasoned cheese curds, and it was crazy. And I also got to try Wisconsin's famous squeaky cheese.
It's gonna force you to turn.
All right,
You can just
he's gonna
park
try a
right
fresh
where that corner
squeaky
is.
cheese curd.
Squeaky cheese. Some of them will probably be gone by the time you get there, so there'll be a space. Just park right up.
Oh my
against
God,
that
it does squeak.
where it says
It
like,
squeaks.
park employees only. But FaceTime me as you're coming down the road.
Honestly, the whole experience was very weird, but I enjoyed it because, again, like you never will taste squeaky cheese outside of Wisconsin, or at least that's how it feels. And I was bewildered by it. It was a weird experience, and I'm really glad that I was shown it. I also found my new favorite cheese. It's actually a habanero ghost pepper pepper jack or Colby Jack. That's what it was. It was a habanero ghost pepper Colby Jack cheese, and I loved it. You could ask, like, skipping to day 4 really quick, we had some grilled cheese and we had it with that, and oh my God, it was so delicious. But I digress. Ellsworth was a fantastic experience. I'm really happy to have gone. But then, of course, we went to a place that I was very, very excited to go to because I had heard so many great things, and that was the Mall of America. And the reason why Mall of America is so, like, famous is because it is the biggest mall in America. And let me tell you this, no mall compares. The biggest mall that I had gone to before was the mall over in Delaware, and that was pretty big. This one topped it. And during this time, I actually got a little bit of a friend, or at least, you know, I bought a little bit of a friend. Let me go ahead and grab him real quick. But I got Ramen-san! Yeah! Let's go! Ramen-san, right? But yes, I wanted to get Ramen-san. This is actually the beef Ramen-san. It doesn't look like it. It looks like the chicken one. But this is actually beef Ramen-san. And I was so happy because, like, it was just a random thing to find. Not only that, but the Nickelodeon, like, theme park in general, and this is where I got it, was at the Nickelodeon theme park, had so many crazy things like Pokemon and anime stuff. It was nuts. I didn't expect a Nickelodeon store to actually have this stuff, but it did. It had even Demon Slayer, which is crazy, thinking about Demon Slayer as a Nickelodeon type thing. But I digress. We're gonna move on. I feel like such a freaking...
I'm loving watching you guys love this place.
Dude, like, this is awesome. We don't have anything like this. Like, this is absolutely bonkers to me.
So it's amusement park that's not hot as balls.
Yeah, that, like, why don't more people capitalize on this? So I went ahead, got myself beef Ramen-san. Isn't this thing adorable? Bleep that out. But look at him. Like, I could not grab it, and it was for $13. So that's
not bad.
That's not bad at all. He's soft, he's squishy, hardly feel it. There were so many crazy things about the Mall of America, but the biggest thing was the Nickelodeon theme park. It was 5 stories tall. And I'm not even kidding. At one point, I got a picture of myself right next to SpongeBob's pineapple. And that dude's got real estate. That guy could literally make millions of dollars on that pineapple. Show a picture right here. Or right there. Right there. Right there. There. You get what I'm saying. But there was a bunch of really, really cool stuff. It had so many roller coasters, and let me go ahead and, like, put in the levels for you so you know exactly what was going on. So level 1 of the mall was apparel and all that other stuff. Same with level 2, but level 2 was more so clothing. Now level 3 was a food court and miscellaneous type of, you know, stuff going on. Like, there was so many different stores, and we'll get to one of my favorite stores because that's where it was on level 3. And then level 4 had a whole bunch of other stuff. It had an indoor fairground, it had a comedy club, so many, like, they had fancy restaurants. It was crazy. I did not expect something like this. And then the 5th floor we didn't get to explore, so I don't entirely know what was on it. It could have been, you know, the back rooms, but I don't know. I wasn't gonna test it at the moment. I was scared. So while we were there, I was exploring the level 1 part of the mall, and I was looking for this shirt because this has become an obsession. Ark, play the clip. Get Moose Mountain. Is the Moose Squatch there? I'm still looking for it.
I made a cake like that once.
And I'm telling you right now, if this is the last video I ever make, Moose Squatch is real, and I want the shirt. You know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna look on Amazon for a Moose Squatch shirt.
You do that.
Moose Squatch. I just want the shirt. Wait, that's a golf course? And there was plenty of other stores as well. I didn't end up finding this shirt in Minnesota. I actually had to buy it online because I thought it was the perfect shirt for my remembrance of Minnesota. And now I will forever be haunted by Moose Squatch. Yes, Moose Squatch, I know you're watching and I will find you. Best believe. And then of course the last thing that we did was actually go to my favorite store now, Ibisu. And Ibisu was very much like a Japanese konbini. And if you don't know what a konbini is, it is actually a convenience store. But in Japan, they go pretty dang hard. I'll tell you that right now. They go pretty dang hard. But the funny thing about the Japan konbini is actually the fact that they sell a whole bunch of different stuff. I saw not only food, but there was figurines, as you can see here. They actually called, they called Super Saiyan 4 Gohan Super Saiyan Vegito. Yeah, I laughed at that one. But there's a lot of other cool things, like you could buy toiletries, you could actually buy, like, you know, stuff for, you know, cleaning your house. And also, me and Carly found this. It's a Pikachu face mask, which we were super excited for, and we were originally going to do something along these lines to where we were actually gonna, like, do it for like a content thing. But we didn't end up doing it together, but Carly did end up doing it herself, and I'm really glad that this has stayed in the package.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
But enough about making fun of the face mask that, you know, looks horrible. Sorry, Carly. We also pranked Carly a little bit on this one, as you could see from this clip right here. So just so you know, Carly. Are you able to look at the queue?
Oh god.
No, you just full screened it. Oh god. I can't show that. Blur that out. Just keep adding it. Just keep adding it.
No, she's gonna get mad. We'll leave it at 3.
So yeah, if you wonder what happened, Carly, this will be a short probably later, but yeah, pranked. Day 3 consisted of the party that Carly originally invited me to. So the whole point of me coming was actually being a part of a Stardew party. I don't play Stardew Valley, but I was wanting to be a part of it because, again, 1, Carly and RJ are my friends. Love them to death. And 2, I love a party. So I had to be there. And the party was really, really cool. We had a whole bunch of food set up, and yeah, I got to meet Carly's mom and dad, and they were the sweetest people. So Carly's mom, Dad, if you're watching this, thank you so much for welcoming me, making me feel like a part of the family. I do deeply appreciate y'all having me there. But we got to do a lot of cool things. For me, we were playing a lot of, what's it called? Cornhole, or bags as they call it in Minnesota. And I threw overhand, which really got me a bunch of dirty looks. Let's just put it that way. But I was doing okay, even though I lost the tournament. And for tournament winnings, we actually got these cute little stuffed plushies right here that were handmade. This is a creature from Stardew. I have no idea who it is. I wanted the blue one, but Croissant took the blue one, and I'm really sad about it. Croissant, we will fight for the blue one. But I did get the pink one. It was really nice. But I got this one because me and RJ teamed up for beer pong. And I said that I wasn't that good, but apparently that day, God had shined his light on me and said, son, you will do really good today in beer pong. And sure enough, I did. I went on fire at one point in my first game, which really shocked RJ. And then everything else just kind of fell into place. We had to actually go from a 3-way tie to winning 2 games in a row. And yeah, we did fantastic. It was crazy. So, wait, or sorry, not 2 games, 3 games in a row. We won 3 games in a row and we were all set, so. But the party was just a lot of fun, and then afterwards, you know, all we did was kind of hang out, and we watched actually the One Piece episode of Gear 5, and that was the first time I had watched One Piece in a while outside of just clips, and it wasn't bad. I will give that episode its props. They did really, really good. Speaking of which, during our day 4 pursuit, going to the racetrack / bakery festival, very odd combination of horse racing and bake goods, like I don't know how else to explain it. Myself, Carly, Anders, and Stacks talk about anime, movies, and so on. Arg, if you could just insert a couple clips here, just do it. So I was gonna say, because Rosa asked a probing question, I want to hear everyone's top 5 animes.
Ooh, start with Carly. She has anime in her.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you doing it in order or in just
No
same
particular
top? No
order.
particular order.
Do
Okay.
I turn here? I don't turn here. Sorry, I'm driving.
No, you're good, you're good. That's why I'm putting it on Anders. I'm pressing on your bosom.
Yeah.
On your bosom.
Yeah.
Naruto,
Okay.
Run with the Wind, Parasite, probably Soul Eater,
Very good choice.
and it's a movie, but Nausicaa.
Wait, what?
K-On.
Please
Okay,
explain your answer,
really?
'cause I don't know the answer.
I've heard so many people like go and swear by K-On.
I fucking hated it.
Sorry, K-On fans.
My Hero Academia.
Okay, you are.
This is gonna
Really?
That is a hot take.
I've already said this to Carly, but I'll repeat myself.
Explain yourself.
I mean, look, I didn't get super far into the show. I got through a few arcs.
How much is a few?
I got up to the point where All for One is introduced and fights for the first time.
And
Where they fight in like the city.
and you're calling it the worst anime you've ever watched?
Brother,
Dude!
do you want to here? Spoiler alert! Let me tell you what literally all of My Hero Academia is. Main character discovers he has power. Main character's friend is in danger. Main character hurts himself defending friend.
Dude!
Nurse tells main character not to do that again, or he might not be able to do it again. Guess what the main character does again? He
Dude!
hurts himself protecting a friend. It's
Dude!
stupid. It's the same arc over and over again. There's no development.
And honestly, the horse track and the Baked Good Festival was okay. It wasn't like crazy, but it was my first time actually experiencing horse racing right in the front. I didn't bet anything because I knew I would lose, and I did when I was like, yep, I would have bet on this one, and Go for Gold did not actually win. I'm pretty set. I'm upset, Go for Gold. You should have did better, bro. Do better. But we didn't only do that, we got to try some baked goods over there. We tried some chocolates and all that other stuff, different coffees. But I also got to try some macaroons from this company that was from the show Cake Boss. Those macaroons were absolutely delicious, and I ate 3 of them within the span of an hour and got a massive sugar sickness. I was like, bleh, I don't want to do it. But they were so good. So good. Once we were done there, which it didn't really last too long, waste of 10 buckaroos in all honesty. So when we took Anders to the Mall of America, we decided to explore the 4th floor first this time to see what was up there, and that's when we saw the fairgrounds and the comedy club. But we also got to see the Minnesota Wolves esports bar, and I was actually astounded by this. I think it was pretty cool. They had so many great things in there, and honestly, the next time I go down there, I'm definitely going to make it a dinner plan because they had some really cool food, really good drinks, and of course, games. They were actually streaming some esports. We actually got to watch the Moist Moguls actually, do battle, and that was really cool. I enjoyed it. From there, we were on the hunt for a few different things. Anders was looking for mochi, Carly was looking for the Stardew board game, and of course, Stacks was, well, just looking for stacks. Stacks of what, you ask? stacks of Magic the Gathering cards. And he actually found a pack he wanted, so let's go ahead and take a look at what he got.
So Rosa got some Magic the Gathering cards. Let's see if he pulls some Magic.
I don't really open draft boosters, so I don't know what's in here.
That's a lot of cards.
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
That is a lot of cards.
All right, let's see. Is that good?
You have to talk us through.
I don't know.
Oh,
What?
you don't know.
I don't know what you're
It's
saying.
reverse Hollow Dragon. No.
Spell mixolation. Tokens. Nothing super interesting that I'm not. Sacrifice 2 creatures. That's actually fire. I'm gonna bookmark that. I see a full art in there.
Oh.
That is actually really clean. Exile target creature. Its controller. Research your library for a basic land card. That is actually fire. We're gonna bookmark that as well.
Oh my god. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay. That is actually fire. We're gonna bookmark that as well. More land.
Yeah, land.
That's actually fire.
It's fire, but you're not gonna bookmark it?
That's fire. And we're gonna bookmark that. All right, that's about it. So
Yeah.
well spent $20.
Let's go.
From there, we actually went to Ibisu again because, again, I love that store and I will be going there every single time. I actually got to try Boss Coffee. Connor, or as you guys know, Sea-Dog VA, absolutely hates Boss Coffee. But, Connor, I hate to say it, my brother, but you're wrong. Boss Coffee, not that bad. I think you're crazy.
So, cheers. It's not bad. It's not bad. It tastes watered down. I thought honestly this was gonna taste like shit.
What does it taste like?
It tastes like tea and milk.
Shocker.
It's Boss Coffee. Like the only reason why I even heard it was shit was because of Connor.
Unfortunately, Carly did not find her, Stardew Valley board game, but she was able to pre-order it, which is really, really cool. Very happy for her, so can't wait to play it. But we did find Anders Mochi, but it wasn't in Ibisu. It was in another store called Tomodachi. And Tomodachi was another, Asian type of store. Japanese culture, of course, had a lovely, lovely setup and a lot of cool things around it. I actually did get a little bit of B-roll for it, so check it out.
No, yeah.
You don't like it?
Never had it, you never will.
Well then,
I can eat
cheers,
this.
friends.
Just have a piece of mochi with us.
No, I don't like that.
Just have one. It's for the.
Cheers, mochi friends.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
That green tea filling is so nice. That's
Never
great.
hit the Benjamin in here.
So if you've ever had green tea, matcha, it's very bitter on its own, but the filling of this is very creamy and sweet. It's not bitter at all, which is great.
It tastes refreshing.
Yeah.
It's like it gives you that snake face, but not in a bad way. It's like you're trying to like get it all around. You got the extra piece.
Great day.
Anders approved.
We then each had a thing of mochi and some candy, and we were back on our way. So we got to enjoy the rest of the mall. But unfortunately at that time, Anders was getting ready to leave. And Anders was a lot of fun. Bro, if you're watching this, thank you so much. We had a blast. Thank you for coming. So definitely like him. He reminds me of Schlatt. And I told him this too, and he just kind of laughed at me and said a joke or two, and it really just reminded me of Schlatt. I couldn't see past it, is what I'm trying to say. It was just crazy, but Anders is dope. I'm gonna find a link to him. You guys should check him out. After we said bye to Anders, it was time to head home for the night, and we got to watch as Stax was failing at Smash Bros. And raging. Sorry, Stax. You were having a time. That's for dang sure.
I bet there one.
I don't know if it's gonna work out, dude.
I bet there one.
I don't think Rob was the pick.
I don't think so either. I don't want to play the character at all. It's kind of just fun.
Why did you pick Rob? Oh my god. Oh. Celebrate.
Yeah, it's fun.
Good times, oh yeah.
But at that time, Stax got really hungry, and as you could see, because we had hot dogs that night, he couldn't find the hot dog buns. I opened one cabinet, and there was hot dog buns. Stacks wasn't having a good time. But Stacks was so funny, and just like I said for Anders, Stacks, you're one of the new homies now. Deeply appreciate you welcoming me and you know, having a fun time with me and playing some Smash. Definitely can't wait to hang out with you again. Link in the description as well for Stacks. He's fantastic. Check him out. But the next day was my time to go, so I headed to the airport. I got on my plane and flew. Or did I? I almost flung. But, or did I? I did not, because what ended up happening in the angriest part of my trip was my flight got canceled. So let's go ahead and dive into this first. Give you a little bit of context. I went ahead and I got to the airport and I was there 2 hours early. I always make sure that I'm 2 hours early just so that way I don't miss my flight. My flight gets delayed an hour. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. That's okay. It's gonna go straight to Phoenix. Not a big deal. It gets delayed by a half hour again. Okay? I'm patient. It's fine. So long as I can load in. We then get delayed another 30 minutes. Now I'm starting to get worried. Until finally, we get the call over the intercom that it's canceled. I rush from my gate to the actual Delta Airlines kiosk desk, and I was near the front. I was near the front, so I didn't have to worry about waiting too long. But I still waited 2 hours. I was the 10th person in line. That's bonkers to me. But there was nothing we could do. Apparently, there was a bunch of storms that were going on in Chicago that delayed the crew that was going to help us get to Phoenix. So they had to stay there while we had to stay there. And here's a clip of me in the hotel room that was complimentary while I was there in Minnesota again. So, some tragedy has struck. I was supposed to fly home today, and yeah, they canceled my flight. So that's cool. I was at the airport from 3:30 p.m. till about 10:30. So I'd been there, and yeah, they gave me a hotel, which was oh so generous of Delta Airlines. Sarcasm. But yeah, so yeah, hopefully we'll be back home tomorrow. Sorry for not really having an update, or at least a video update of some sort. It's just been crazy. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a long bath, go to sleep, and hopefully get to the airport and be able to go home. But the flight's gonna be long because I have to go from Phoenix to Nashville to Salt Lake, or sorry, Minneapolis to Nashville to Salt Lake to Phoenix. So it's gonna be a long flight, or a long set of connection flights. So, alrighty, y'all. That's gonna be it for the update. Thank you so much. Love you, and see you hopefully soon. But the fun doesn't stop there. The next day, I get to the airport and I have to go from St. Paul, Minnesota to Nashville, Tennessee to Salt Lake City, Utah, and then Salt Lake City, Utah to Phoenix, Arizona. A grand total of 11 hours. I was tired, but I will say I was able to enjoy the last flight because I got a whole row to myself so I could actually lay down. Even though it was just for an hour, I got to enjoy it. But even with that, I had such a blast. I felt so welcomed by Carly, by RJ, and by everybody there, especially as the only West Coaster over there, and it was a lot of fun. I have a lot of fond memories now, and I wish I could go back. Like, there's times where I go, man, that was so much fun. And I know that when it comes to good times, times are limited. You gotta make sure that you do all the fun stuff that you can. So this will not be the last time I go to Minnesota. This will not be the last time I visit my friends Carly and RJ, and this will probably not be the last time that I see all of them in some way, shape, or form, because they are such a wonderful group of friends, and I'm so very thankful to everyone that was there. So overall, how would I rate my trip? 10 out of 10. I loved the experience. I had so much fun. And as a sentimental thing, we actually went to like a little rock shop because Carly makes these wonderful like pieces of jewelry. If you haven't checked it, I'll put a link in the description as well because she makes some really, really good stuff. But I put on a mood ring and if you guys don't know, I've been very stressed with work and stressed with content. And I will say during that time, it said that I was relaxed, which was purple, and happy, which was green. And I couldn't say it was wrong. So there we go. Outside of getting extremely sentimental and also very emotional, guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I had a blast, and yeah, if you guys want to see more of these vlog type videos, let me know. Comments down below. Would love to hear it. But anyways, guys, that's gonna be it. Love you all to death, and as always, we'll catch you all in the next video. Please take care and be safe. By the way, just so you know, oofda is actually a word or phrase in Minnesota. Bye!